So for my summer internship, I worked at the Humane Society of St. Joseph County as a creative director intern. During my internship, there were quite a few different experiences that I was able to have while I was working there. At the very beginning of my internship, it was very slow just because they didn't have many things that were going to happen too often. They were just getting things ready, which was nice because I was hoping that I would be involved and that I would be able to help to put together the different events that they had going on that were going to happen. And that was something I was looking forward to doing. I was lucky enough to be able to be part of their annual garage sale that they have and their pet weekend, which is a huge adoption weekend for them, and they were able to get out a lot of different animals, which was really great for the shelter. And I was also able to be part of their annual golf classic outing, which they did to raise money for the shelter. And it was a really fun experience for me because I was able to see how our creative director Jenny was able to put together everything. I was with her when we were at the golf outing. I was actually included in the golf outing. I was able to help administrate the way things were going to be moving and the flow of the whole golf outing. That was probably one of the best experiences and probably one of the best examples I had from my internship. Other than that, I had very mundane tasks to do. I did update their social media websites such as Pet Finder. I wasn't allowed to do their Facebook because they felt that it was a very private thing, that they didn't want an intern to do it, which was okay, and I understand that because that is how they represent themselves. But at the same time, I did intern to do a lot of their social media work and help them update, and I wanted to help them to branch out into different ways of getting more attention for their shelter because they are a nonprofit. And I was hoping that I was going to be able to share my ideas with them on how they could have helped build this nonprofit even more to gain more attention for them, for the animals, and more ways of getting sponsorships, raising money, getting donations. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. I was in charge of making profiles for the animals, which was enjoyable because I was able to spend a lot of time with the animals, the cats, the dogs, the pigs. But it was something that helped me out because it really helped me with my writing. I was creating stories for these animals that people were reading. And I wasn't just making up stories for these animals, I was reading into these animals' actual stories, whether they be surrendered animals or strayed animals or animals that had abuse cases. And I was able to talk about their stories. And in a way, I'm thankful that I was just focused on that because that really helped me with my writing and my journalism. I guess what I would be able to take out of this and be able to put it into my resume would be that I was able to work at a nonprofit, and I understand what it means to not have solid money coming in to a business, and you're always skeptical of knowing how you're going to do something. And especially for these animals, I think it was a great way of seeing how all these people that work there do it for the love of the animals. They don't do it for the money. They do it because they really care about these animals and they care about their job. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I'm going to be able to take out of this, is that when you do your job, it has to be something you love, because if it's not something you love, you're not going to be able to do it well. And to be able to put this into my resume will probably help me, because people will know that I've stuck through it, that I've been able to understand complicated situations depending on what it is, and I can work through it. I think that this was quite an experience for me. I can't say it was the best experience, but it was quite the experience for me, because although I didn't get much learning for what I would want in my future job career, I did get a lot of learning when it comes to the animals and their health. So there was some things that I got out of this and other things that I didn't. But overall, I am thankful to have this experience.